What's going on, everybody? Your host AMF1534 here. Welcome back to Let's Play some more Gran Turismo, the ultimate driving simulator, where we are only 10 laps away from completion, as we are in the true, actually, factually legitimate home stretch. Not the we're 5 laps past the halfway point, I'm calling it the home stretch. This is the actual Twitter verified, Facebook official home stretch that we're gonna end up making it. So this is good. We're going to have some real closure for this race by the end of it all, and we're gonna get a lot of money. We're gonna get a nice chunk of money that we can use to go to McDonald's and treat ourselves nice now that they have all-day breakfast going at this point, which is actually really enticing me to want to go to McDonald's after I'm done filming this to go indulge in some all-day breakfast. Got to get myself maybe a sausage McMuff, maybe like, are they still doing McGriddles? I feel like I haven't seen those in a while. I fear they may have gone by the wayside, which, I mean, for the health of the rest of us in the world, it probably isn't a bad thing that those are gone, because, I mean, dude, they're basically sausage McMuffins, but they're loaded with syrup on the inside of the thing. It's just as if we needed more things to load up our cholesterol and our fat pockets in our body. That is probably not the thing you need. But, oh my god, they're so delicious. They're so good. So, you know, it's definitely something that's worth the time spent, you know. And then, yeah, and then, I mean, obviously, you gotta stock up. You gotta buy some serious stock in those hash browns, followed by a nice, pulpless Minute Maid lemonade. Minute Maid orange juice. I don't feel like lemonade would be a very good quality drink to have with those particular breakfast items. I know that actually in my last episode I had said that Simply Lemonade goes with virtually everything besides birthday cake and oatmeal, but I don't feel like it would be a great addition to have for a breakfast consisting of hash brown. Like hash brown equivalents of the test course in this game, because they are virtually the same exact shape and size to scale. Man, if there was a McDonald's hash brown that was the size of the Gran Turismo test course, I would be in heaven. I'd eat the whole damn thing. I would gain an insane amount of weight and probably consume a lot of time trying to consume that thing, but I'd fucking do it. I'll eat hash browns all day, as long as you give me maybe like some green Tabasco sauce, because that's a great thing for that. A lot of pepper and some ketchup, and oh my god, we are good to go. Of which we could probably substitute. We could coat various areas of said gigantic hash brown with various sauces of different kinds. I mean, we could definitely do maybe like a quadrant of the green Tabasco, a quadrant of habanero, which is a hot sauce that I've found particularly wonderful. Maybe a quadrant of ooh, that could be interesting. Maybe like a quadrant of like Frank's Red Hot sweet chili sauce. I've never tried sweet chili on hash browns, but something tells me randomly that it might be pretty good. And then that final quadrant would be like 99.99999 repeating percent of you guys aren't going to know what this is, but my good buddy Keep the Beat 929, his good friend, I'm trying to remember what his name is, Brian Haley, I believe. He makes his own hot sauce, and the one that I have in particular, it is called the Ghost Pepper Thumper Blend, and Jesus Christ Superstar, that stuff is delicious. I put that on virtually every source of meat that I consume now. I put it on, I had pulled pork sandwiches last night, put it in there. I put it in my macaroni and cheese, actually, which is a really, really just godsend of an idea. I'll put that stuff on steaks, I'll put it on barbecue chicken, I'll put that shit on anything, man. It's so good. So, super worth it. Super effing worth it. So yeah, we'll definitely have quite the festive decorative hash brown the size of a test track, and I will consume it all. So basically what I'm saying is McDonald's breakfast is awesome for so many reasons. Although it's kind of a two-sided argument for me, actually, because their orange juice, even though there's no pulp in there, it's like wonderfully quenching for some reason. Like, I drink it, and I could just sit there and drink that all day, aside the fact that it would probably give me, like, spine-crippling ulcers or something, but it's so good. Even though, like 9 times out of 10, I am absolutely a pulp guy. Like, I generally will... whenever I go to the store for orange juice, I will always get the stuff with heavy pulp, because I love it. I love having that, like, that added texture in there. Don't get me wrong, I do love pulpless orange juice. I also love Sunny Delight, even though that's not exactly... it's almost like roughly not even orange juice at a certain point. It's just kind of just like this weird amalgamation of random things. So, whatever. But I don't know. It depends on my mood, I suppose. I could just feast on that forever. Man, now I'm kind of wanting some macaroni and cheese with hot sauce, and I think I might have to do that. I started delving into the whole mac and cheese with hot sauce thing in it after one day. I was in like some particularly strange mood, and back when I was like the age between like 8 to like 15, I used to just concoct all sorts of weird like combinations of food. And one day in particular, I happened to have gotten Taco Bell. I had like 3 bean burritos, and that just, of course, wasn't enough for my fucking black hole in my stomach. And so I decided that some Stouffer's macaroni and cheese was going to have to go along with this crazy marriage I was building. And so, you know, me being me, I was a sucker. I was a sucker for Taco Bell's fire sauce, and I still am to this day. So good, better than any sauce they've ever debuted ever. And so I always put that on my burritos, and I was sitting there putting it in there, and some of it happened to have dripped down into my Stouffer's mac and cheese somehow. And I was like, huh, well, I mean, I might as well eat it. I'm not going to sit here and, like, not do it. And I took the bite, and I was like, oh my god, I've stumbled onto something here! This is amazing! Oh, Jesus! And so I just started doing that ever so often. Like, I don't do it every single time I eat it, but I do it quite often now. It's really good. If you've not tried macaroni and cheese with some variants of hot sauce in it, man, you've been missing out. It's so delicious. You know, it'll come at you like a tornado with arms and teeth and fingernails, all comprised of cheese at various taste and crisp points. That's one of my favorite things about Stouffer's mac and cheese, man. Especially when you make it in the oven or the microwave, you get that little crispy film around the edge of the container, and it's so good. Oh god, that's like one of the best parts. And you save it for last every time, so you can get that kind of semi-charred cheese taste. Oh my god, it'll give you a chub. It'll give you like at least like a 67 to 78% chub. And if it's one of your first times, it may give you just a full-on, like, 99%, plus or minus 1% for mistakes. Just full-on erect boner. It may do it. But that's neither here nor there. And I have a Snapchat from Q. From Q. I put somebody into my phone book under the name Q, and it's actually Matt. So that's no big deal there. I would have to imagine he's probably sending me a snap of either probably food that he's eating, which I would assume would probably be something under the premise of Tyson brand chicken wings coming out of the oven, or it's probably like a particular part from the movie that's really funny, that as soon as I see it, I'm going to engage in one hearty guffaw for damn sure. Because it's probably going to end up being from something like Home Alone, which was actually a clue on Jeopardy today. Like, I've never seen that before. I've never seen one of my favorite movies in the entire world being featured on Jeopardy, where it was just, I think it was just movie titles actually. And I knew it as soon as I saw Macaulay Culkin, and the year of 1990, I believe it was. I was like, Home Alone. What is Home Alone, Alex? I'm sorry, I gotta do that in the form of a question, of course. We had probably either be from Home Alone, very, very possible it could be from Dumb and Dumber, or maybe The Matrix. It could be something there too, because The Matrix is one of those movies for the both of us when we watch it. Like whenever it's on TV, like he'll sit there and be like, "Oh yeah, I remember this scene's really cool," and then you're just like, "Well, okay, hold on, I got to see this next part here because this part's awesome." And then you do that 3 more times and the movie's over. You know, it's that's definitely a movie that you just can't not watch it. You can't not watch it. Just like Home Alone for me, I can't not watch it. I'll sit there and be like, well, I've seen this like 500 times, but then like, oh, well, there is a really funny line coming up here, and you're like, well, hold on a minute, I got to see the part where Kevin goes down the stairs on the sled and impossibly is able to angle that thing out the front door, and then the rate of slowdown that he gets after doing that is really random, or the way that he says, "Dad, can you come out here and help me?" is really awkward, and it's bothered me for years. And just the concept that Harry and Marv don't just shoot the kid on contact. Like, why would you not just burst through the door and just start running him down? Like, why would you be going through that place so cautiously? I understand you burnt your hand on the doorknob and you got essentially tarred and feathered in the kitchen or in the dining room, but my God, just start running their guns ablazing. It's not like he's a 9-year-old. It's not like he's really going to be handling actual handguns that you know of. At least take the chance. I mean, obviously, if you're going for home robbery and you're really going for the big stuff, and this kid gets in your way and you're a hardened criminal, you're probably just going to shoot him. I mean, he almost did it in Home Alone 2. He just never really went through with it all the way. But, what do you do? I mean, they are both, they're both pretty much idiots. I mean, Marv had problems spelling sticky in the second movie, so we know that he probably, well, actually, you know what? I think Harry said that he actually never made it through the 3rd grade. It's like, I think he said he never graduated the 3rd grade, which I don't know how the hell you don't do that. I mean, did you really quit school at that early of an age? Did you really go out on the lamb with the stick and the pillowcase, and you filled it full of candy and like a stuffed animal, and you just start sleeping out in the bushes out nearby or something, or what the hell were you doing? I don't know. Too many things to craft theories on. Okay. This is actually the thing I wanted to talk about in general before I just really went on a separate tangent that really has nothing to do with anything. But I was perusing on Twitter and I saw that, I don't know if it was tonight or if it was yesterday, but on the Colbert Show, they brought the developer of that new game No Man's Sky out there to do like an interview, and he was just kind of talking. He was just like talking with him, interviewing him about like what the game is all about, and so the guy's really describing it. And I heard about this game, I think it was like a year or two ago when it was really in the early development stages, and I kind of heard like the premise of what it was going to be about, with just going and just giving the ability, like having the ability to go explore different planets in this in different star systems, and seeing kind of what's there, and discovering new types of new like animals and like ecosystems and planets and all sorts of stuff. And I actually got to see like legit gameplay from it, and it was so cool. The developer was saying that there would be in this universe that they're building, there's going to be like 18 quintillion planets, which he was saying like nobody, like the amount of content that's going to be in this game that's generated through like all their mathematic algorithms and whatnot, like it'll never be fully discovered. Like our actual sun in our own real solar system will have burnt out by the time people will have like discovered all of it. So like it's just like it's an infinite universe that is totally unique in every possible way. Like he showed like 5 different planets in this thing. Oh boy. All right. Yep. Our tires are getting they're getting a little bit bald. They are regressing in the pubic hair growth area. It's going from a full-on bushy bush, a full-on George W, all the way down to nothing, all the way down to a Walter White in terms of hair on top of the head there. But yeah, dude, it's insane. Like, he showed like 5 different planets, and they were all pretty unique. And they were anything from like water, just like planets covered almost completely in water, to ones with just like totally different pigmented grass and like really strange looking animals. And when you come across animals that haven't been discovered yet by anybody, like, you can actually name them yourself, and you can name planets and solar systems yourself when you're the first one to discover them, and just all sorts of things. And like, all these different planets will have like their own individual weather systems, and they'll have, you know, varying size, and they'll have like their own individual like ecosystems, and just like different animals, and all sorts of things, dude. It's so cool looking. And like, you can like harvest resources, and the game has like its own elemental table in there that's different from our own. And you can, you know, jump in spaceships and go and fly from planet to planet, and you can, you know, shoot asteroids and stuff. Like, the very first part of it, he got into his spaceship, and he flew straight forward and used like his proton blasters or whatever type of random space term that you would use. And he shot right through this asteroid and flew right through the hole in the asteroid that he shot. It was so cool. And he just like went and flew into into the first planet, and just went and touched down, and there were like all these weird little looking animals over there. And he went and shot, like, you know, he had like this little gun on him, and he was like shooting things and like harvesting like elements and stuff, so that you could, you know, keep your spaceship rolling, and, you know, save it for research, and just all this cool stuff. And he's like, you know, Colbert actually, he asked a question. He's like, so, like, what are the odds that you'll just be on a planet at any given time, and you'll see like another player come rolling through, and you'll actually, you know, get to like have like a human interaction with another person? And he's like, with just the sheer amount of planets that are available in this universe, like, he's like, it's certainly not an impossibility, but it's really, the chances are pretty rare that you'd actually encounter another person. So that's kind of the part of the fun of it. Like, you have almost like this total sense of isolation, and that you really are learning, you know, and you're just kind of exploring everything for the first time. And like, just like the idea, like how you would react if you actually saw another person right there on your planet with you, would be so bizarre and kind of surreal, that out of that entire universe, you just so happen to have one other person meet up right where you're at. I mean, kind of like our own thing here. Like, imagine what it would be like if you know, say, like, I got into a spaceship and I flew away just out into space, and somebody on the other side of the world did the same thing, and we were just out there, you know, flying in space, going to all these different you know, planets and whatnot, and we just so happened, without any sort of communication at all, we ended up meeting up on the same planet, like, not knowing that we were both there. Like, he landed on one end of it and I landed on another end of it, and we somehow just like came across each other. That would be totally crazy. You're like, oh my god, like, how did you get here? How did you know I was gonna be here? Oh, you didn't know. We just so happened to meet right here. So cool. So that is a game that, when it comes out, I think next year is what they were saying. When that game comes out, I absolutely have to play it. Like, that is going to be one of the most amazing things. Like, that's one of the cool things about technology, man. Like, they're using it for really awesome things like this. Ooh, Castrol Super GT. Look at it. Oh my god, that thing is awesome. Whew! Man, that thing is sexy. I would totally drive that on that all-night joint if it weren't rear-wheel drive. I mean, we'll be spinning out like crazy in that thing if we drive it. But oh my god, that thing looks so cool. It looks so much better having the black version of that than having the white one. Like, the white version of that looks really cool. or having like an all green version would be really cool. But having this primary black with the red and green, it's like Black Christmas almost. It's really cool. I dig it. I dig it so much. But we're not going to drive it right now, because what we need to do is we need to start up, not tonight, but on the next episode of Let's Play Gran Turismo, the Ultimate Driving Simulator. We're going to begin All Night 1. It is one that is it is built for... Oh, there's no restrictions on car type, huh? Alright, well, interesting. I thought it was going to be one that we were going to have a racing edition car, but apparently that is not the case. And I'm cool with that. I'm totally fine with that. Regardless, we're going to take that FTO in there, but yeah, dude, it's a game that just, like, I love that we used our technology to develop something like this. It's fucking awesome. Instead of, you know, just, oh, we created more nuclear weapons that we're going to destroy the Earth with somehow. Oh my god, what a great use. You know, I know it's for security purposes, for, you know, national security purposes, but my god, I think that we all have enough of them already. Call me crazy. I think we got enough of those just chilling out under the ground waiting for someone to piss us off so we can push the big red button and wipe them off the face of the planet. You know? So, now that entire long-winded rant that I feel like I never actually stopped to take a breath for is now over. When we come back next time, we're going to start up All Night 1, and we'll begin that journey. So until then, my friends, this is your host, AMF1534, saying thank you guys for watching. And go have some macaroni and cheese with hot sauce in it. My treat, even though I'm not buying it for you.